Hi, my name is Mystic Nebula, and if you're here, then that means Spirit has a message for you today. This message is timeless, so whenever you're receiving this, this is meant for you in this divine moment. I can already feel just how much pain you're feeling. I also want to just add real quick, apply what works for you and discard what doesn't. So connect with your intuitive mind, if you will, for this reading. And I'm going to step forward with saying these are the two decks that I'm using for this. This is not a tarot deck, it is not an oracle deck, it is not any type of divination tool except I make it one. I like it a lot because it helps to uncover specific emotions that may be built up and how to manage releasing them. So you may not have borderline personality disorder, but this could help you. I think that it's very practical to be able to work on your emotional well-being. And this is my Soul Symphony Oracle deck. I really love this Oracle deck. It makes me very happy. And just like, look at it. It's so pretty. Anywho, so I can feel that you're going through a lot of pain right now. And I feel like the pain that you're going through is the type of pain that you feel over and over because you're still stuck in a paradigm, right? And I don't know if you know that you're still stuck in a paradigm. However, you absolutely are, darling. Oh, those need cleaned while I'm doing that. You absolutely do need to work on these things. The more that you release them, the better you'll feel. But the more that you continue to hold on to them, it's going to get way too unmanageable. I'm promising you that now is the moment to release. And it may not be easy. 202, it's not going to be easy. I'm not promising that. However, I will tell you this is going to be the most gratifying journey you'll have in your life. So first I felt, and I was like, the first thing I felt, it just felt like a blow to my chest area, like for where like my aura and my soul sit within my solar plexus, within my heart. And I was like, I don't know about this. Just for the fact that like, I knew you were in pain so much. And I feel like you're in the type of pain that you don't know how to manage it. 243 as I look up. I know it's not easy learning to manage your emotions, especially whenever you've been in situations your entire life that have refused to allow you to develop. I feel like you're the type of person that you've been hit over and over and over again. And the thing is nobody but you truly knows just how strong you are. Nobody but you and the divine. I'll just fix it to that. But it's time to break free of these patterns, time to break free of this pain. And so the first cards I pulled were my BPD cards. I have two for relationship patterns. I have one for abandonment and emptiness, one for impulse management, and then two for dissociation. And when I pulled these, I was like, oh my honeys, you are in pain. So I'm going to start with this. And when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember whenever I was in this phase. I remember how hard it was to challenge this so that I can learn to love myself. It says, deserving of love, BPD causes you to feel less than and to tolerate mistreatment. I don't think it's just BPD that this is applicable for. I put SAW 411. I don't think it's just borderline personality disorder that this is applicable for. I feel like we all have that struggle where we feel less than, so much so that we do put up with things that we shouldn't, things we know are below us. And it's not easy. So let's challenge this by writing down 3 things that make you feel worthy of love, that make you feel worthy in a relationship, make you feel worthy alone by yourself. You are 444. You are worthy. You are absolutely more worthy than you can even imagine. And then what steps can you take to strengthen your relationship, whether this is with yourself, the divine, or another human being? Put these into action routinely. The more that you do them, the more worthy you will likely to feel. Working on your self-worth is so important. And I'm saying that because there was a period where I didn't even know who I was. When I looked in the mirror, I couldn't identify myself and know really who I was. I just was like constantly confused, constantly dissociative, constantly just not in this present reality. And those moments where I wasn't in this present reality, what I was doing was causing more harm to myself, 535, by beating myself up emotionally, putting myself down, 543, as if that's what I'm supposed to do, as if that was what my purpose was. And it's not. That's not your purpose. Goodbye, notification. But hey, 555. I don't know. I think that you really need to just hone in and look within because of this. I feel like this is your moment to 606. This is your moment to move forward in clarity with self-love. And it's okay to still have people in your life. 616, it's okay to still have people in your life that need you, people in your life that you need. It's okay to be dependent on people to a specific capacity. The next one here in relationship patterns that I have for you, it says, give without strings or expectations. This encourages stability in relationships. When you give to get something back without clear expectation of this exchange, you build resentment. A relationship cancer is created that eats at the heart of the love and compassion you have for one another. What can you give just to give? We live in a world where everything is on a barter system, whether that be love, energy, time. And you see that in the ways that, for example, working, it's a barter system. I provide my services, you provide me payment. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a barter system with everything. But love is not supposed to be a barter system. Love is supposed to be given freely, abundantly. And I think that you were in a position growing up that you didn't know that because you had to fight to deserve love. And that's not what love is, honey. I'm so sorry that you were not loved the way that you deserved to be loved when you needed them the most, when you were vulnerable and had to depend on those people. But I'm here to tell you that I love you. And I love you simply because you exist, simply because you are you, simply because. Just because. 808. I think that you need to realize that you need to do the same for yourself. You need to love you just for you. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. 818. It doesn't matter how anybody else feels. You are worthy regardless of whether or not they think you are. If I took a dollar bill and I crumbled it up, is it still worth $100? If I take $100 bill and I rip it in half, I could tape it back together. It's still worth $100. It doesn't matter how much you've endured. It doesn't matter how hard things were. All that matters is here and now you are loving yourself and giving yourself breaks when you need it to reevaluate and come back to the present. I want to go to the impulse management one first before I go into the abandonment and emptiness as well as the dissociations. Impulse management is really important because when you act on impulse, you're not acting out of love and light. You're acting from a place of fear and doubt. Okay? So this one says the cost of rage. When you're not activated, or in the present, as you might want to call it. Sorry, take that back. When you're not activated, think about what typically you lose or gain by giving into your impulsive rage. So when you're in a clear and calm state. Didn't read that the way I needed to. Y'all are okay with that. I'm mean, we've already been here for 10:01. 10 minutes. I was going to say 10 minutes, and then it was like 10:01. I see that number a lot, actually. That and 10:10. It just is what it is. Okay, back to the cost of rage. You're likely to lose the long-term benefits of staying calm and pay attention to the short-term costs of rage. Writing out the costs of your rage will help you remember them and help you reconsider your impulsive urges in the future. So, I feel like it's really important that you realize that, like, the rage that you're putting into these situations, the pain that you're putting into these situations, the resentment, it's not harming the people you want it to harm in the way you want it to. And I know you're like, oh, I don't want to harm anyone. You're holding this disdain for them, this discomfort, this grudge in your heart. And 11:11, that's not what we're meant here to do. We're not meant to hold grudges. We're not meant to hold on to the pain. We need to release that. And I feel like that really ties in with the fact that, like, right now I felt like you were in a lot of pain, and I feel like that's where this is coming from. 11:33. I feel like this is coming from a place of you're in such a whirlwind, you don't even know who you are right now. Abandonment and emptiness. Also, it looks like I'm going to be posting this on YouTube since it's already past 11 going on 12 minutes. So, hi YouTube gang. Sorry. 12:02 is a big number for me, and I just saw it, as well as 12:03. See 12:02 a lot. 12:12 as I looked up, babes. We love it. We love it here. We love you. We love you. We love you, Spirit. 12:21. Okay. I'm going to get back to doing what I need to, Spirit. Stop throwing me. I need to do the thing. All right. Embrace your worth. Heck yeah. Embrace your worth. You're BPD. You might not have BPD. We're not diagnosing you here. It's just the cards. I'm just reading them. 1, 2, 4, 3 as I looked up. Come on, Spirit, now. I got a whole page of numbers. Your mind may tell you that you're not valuable enough to connect with others. But that's completely wrong. It says that's trickery. How about we challenge those statements? Write down on a sticky note things that are special and unique about you. Put them on your bathroom mirror or take a picture on your phone. Look at them often to embrace your worth. I actually have began starting a project because I really like the idea of having a bunch of notes around my mirror behind me here, and they are not in this notebook. They must be out in my living room. I have a bunch of them that I'm sure you have the same issue. 1, 3, 4, 2. Whoa. 1, 3, 4, 2. Where was I? I have this issue of, like, saving things in my screenshots, like quotes and stuff that I really, really, really enjoy, but I tend to have a hard time to remember to go back to them. So if you're like that, make a folder to put all those in, or if you need to, write them down. And to really, really, really get them in your noggin, 1414, Spirit, you playing with me. To really get them in your noggin, I suggest 1423. I'm Spirit. Thank you. Write them in blue ink, because your brain psychologically will really take that in a lot better than if it's written in any other color. So I like to use blue, especially whenever I'm manifesting. Unless I feel like the need to, like, use purple for divination. But anywho, you are going to continue to get better. this feeling isn't always going to be here. You're not always going to feel this empty. And I know that that's really easy to have someone say to you because you're like, who the heck is this? What are they talking about? I'm talking about how time heals everything. I'm talking about how when you look at yourself, 1515, when you look at yourself in the mirror, the amount of times that you've looked at yourself and can't recognize your own reflection, that's no more. We're going to be moving forward from that. And I know that it's not easy, but Spirit is orchestrating this specifically in your highest interest, your highest good. So, on to the dissociation. Think of 3 4-letter words, any 4-letter words you want. Yep, any. Now spell out each of the words backwards in the order they popped in your mind. This focus exercise helps you to redirect your attention to the present, and it could be fun too. The other one, which is one that I use quite often. Start at 5 and go backwards, identifying things around you. For example, list 5 things you see, then 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. And be sure to notice the details you tend to miss, like less prominent colors or subtle aftertastes. I like to do this and remind myself that all I am meant to do is be here in this present moment, be with my body, be with my breath. So I hope that those help you, but I feel like this all comes down to the bigger picture here, right? And whenever I flipped, I don't normally take stacks, but these ones popped out, and like they popped out to where they like separated, and I'm like, okay, I'll take them, Spirit, I'll take them. The first one says revenge. Patterns, enjoying the show, getting even, childish behavior. And then the next one is fired up. Furious with rage, building up emotions, overwhelming thoughts, very angry. And then this one, secrets, exposure, being judged, and hiding truth. Confirmation for you, either the person that's making you feel this way or you are a water sign. Okay? One or the other. And I feel like right now you're having a really hard time to manage this. I feel like this comes down to your family unit. Like who you are regularly around on a daily basis within your home. There's discord in the home. And I feel like you're really, really struggling to go within and like relax. Because when you go within, you have to sit quietly, and it feels like there's so much quietness within your body. It almost feels stagnant, but like anxious at the same time. You're feeling very closed off. Very, very closed off. I feel like there's something being held in right now, whether that's on your part or theirs. I feel like it's on their part. I feel like they're holding something in. Actually, you know what? I feel like you're both holding something in. Both of you are holding in something that needs to be addressed. That absolutely needs to be addressed. But you both are feeling very ashamed. Feeling very, very ashamed right now. And don't really know how to go about it. Because for your whole life, you've been so worried about appearances. And we're done repainting things as they need to be. And the thing is you've had dreams about this. There have been signs. The spirit world is mentioning things to you. You're receiving downloads. There are confirmations around that changes need to be made. There are confirmations. And with the next one here, there really is signs, songs. You've got spiritual contracts. You're telepathic to this situation. You're having dreams of this person. But I want you to know, once you finally stop closing 2020, when I looked up, once you finally stop closing yourself off and instead allow yourself to be vulnerable with each other, and this is something that's going to need to be done on your side and theirs, but once you are able to come together and really just talk this out, I feel like everything that's been held in resentment can be released. And I think that it would be really great if maybe using some of these techniques that I gave to you in the beginning to really help you, especially with relationship patterns. You don't want to fall back into the same patterns you've always been in. And I think that's so important because when it comes to your old patterns, they're so easy to slip back into because they are familiar. Not for any other reason than 2112. Not for any other reason other than the fact that they feel familiar, but familiar doesn't always mean safety. How many times have you walked up to a situation and it's like, I don't know about that. It feels like it isn't right. And it's probably because it's not. It only feels familiar. So we're going to release all of this other pain. We're going to build a better foundation. And there's going to be a rebuilding, a second chance. This is going to open the gateway for a better, more stable and loving, happy and peaceful relationship. Confirmation, building foundations, feeling safe, starting a family. I think it's beautiful because I feel like these people are already family to you. And you just needed a better foundation. And I want you to know that this is for long-term happiness, to achieve long-term goals. This may not be about a marriage. This may not even be about a relationship. But I feel like it is. I feel like it's about a relationship. And I think that there's going to be so much love once you get through this. I think that it's going to be so crazy to imagine how much true love there is in this world. 2255. I think it's just so beautiful. Like, you're finally letting go so that you can enjoy yourself, enjoy the good vibes, express your love. It's just, you're finally letting go of all the things that are holding you down. And I love that for you. I genuinely love that for you. And I know that it's all going to work out. 2323. I know it's all going to work out because it always is meant to work out for you. And the only thing that seems like they're not working out are the lessons that you need to learn. And learning intuitively, like how to manage and deal with your lessons so that you can move forward with clarity. I feel really peaceful, and I know in my heart that this is all going to work out for you, but you got to be more open. You have to be more open because holding on to this, like, look how angry, how upset. The way I like to explain the feeling that I'm looking at here is if you were to take a 2-liter of pop that you never opened, right? And you just start shaking the crap out of it. And instead of opening it, you smack it off the concrete and it goes flying, right? That's what I feel like you're feeling right now. Just all of that feeling, like right before it smacks and then afterwards, how much it spews. It's like it's all just running out. And that's why things feel so awful and big right now, because you've been holding back things, and you shouldn't be holding back anything for anyone. I know for a fact that any time that I've held things in, it has only been to my demise. And Spirit's still going to make you learn the lesson. The universe is still going to force you to learn what it is that you are here to learn. But I know this is all going to be for your highest good. I love this for you. I know that it's all going to work out. And just breathe. Make it a point to start breathing daily. I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And be safe out there. Bye.